And we are recording. Welcome everyone. This is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. This channel is proudly sponsored by the following publishers, starting with Evil Genius Games and the Everyday Heroes tabletop RPG. This core rulebook allows you to play modern fiction adventures, but also serves as a base to use it with any sourcebook of many intellectual properties such as Highlander, Pacific Rim, Kong, Universal Soldier, just to name a few. Then we have Mythos Games with the Eros Engine core rulebook. This is a standalone tabletop RPG that also works as an add-on to be used with any other RPG, focusing on passion, romance, and the physicality of intimate encounters. Then we have Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have also released the Pay What You Want tabletop RPG Daughters of Lamb, where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. Then we have, of course, the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products, and check out their free tabletop RPG, the Red Roleplaying Game, a generic system that can handle any sort of theme, genre, flavor, setting that you can think of. All of the links to these amazing publishers will be in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Today we are continuing the KULT Divinity Lost Black Madonna campaign. As always, we have Pedro, Miguel, Judd, and Sylvia. Before we get started, do you have any thoughts on the session that is about to occur?
Well, I hope this is going to be a good session and not a total party kill.
Well, I mean, we did take an elevator to hell, so.
Yeah.
Definition of a good session.
Yeah.
Elevator to Hell. That's a nice EDC song, right?
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah, it remembers that final part of I don't remember the name of the movie with, I think it was with Mickey Rourke and Al Pacino.
That was the Devil's Advocate.
Yeah, no. The end of the movie.
Angel Heart. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
They
Great
took
movie.
the elevator to hell.
I couldn't watch it now because Robert De Niro, but
Yeah. Robert De Niro, sorry, not Al Pacino.
no, not Al Pacino. It could. I wish it was Al Pacino. Be easier to watch.
For those of you that have just started to watch this campaign, they have taken an elevator, they are descending into Inferno. So yeah, it's not going to be easy to survive down there. It could be the end of the campaign. As many of you know, some of my campaigns have ended with all of the characters dying. But they have survived so far. So we shall see.
Yeah.
And so, it begins. The cage of metal crisscrossed, stained in blood and rust, continues to descend with all of you inside. Your nostrils are invaded by the foulest of stenches, and you can hear the growing clamor of yelling, crying, lamentations of absolute despair coming from below.
Well, I hope we can get out of this alive. Let's try to do our best.
Our
Not to
job is
die.
not to join the chorus below.
I
Yeah.
laugh. Well, I don't know if I should say it has been a pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. I have mixed feelings about this, but well, it could be. I could have been in worse company.
Likewise.
Yeah, but well, let's keep the optimism up and try to get out of this in one piece, or at least in two pieces. Not
That would be nice.
yeah.
As the descent continues, you notice a very slight, very subtle red glare coming from below, and you are approaching fast.
Well, heads up, guys. Try to keep your watch. Let's see what's expecting
watch.
us down there.
Floating, surrounding the darkness that engulfs the elevator that you are using as the vehicle for Inferno, is surrounded by red neon lights floating in nothingness. And below those lights, you can see scenes of torture, various humanoids, disfigured, some of them completely open, as if an autopsy has been performed upon them, standing on metal platforms, disemboweling each other, but some of them seem to be engaging in profane and erotic activities. Everybody must roll willpower 17 or more, or a point of stability is lost.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
lose a point.
Oh. 21.
Yeah, I didn't roll a 17 as well.
Wait, 7 plus 9, 16, 17. And I was going to say, when I see this, I bless myself. I do the sign of the cross. And I put my hand in the Black Madonna.
As Marlene places her hand on the Black Madonna, it feels like an ordinary object, now completely devoid of the heat or vibration felt in other places. As the elevator descends, you notice that several of the humanoids turn in your direction and begin pointing at you as the cage descends, seemingly unsuspended by nothing, no chain, no rope, holding the cage as it descends.
I wave my pistol at them and give them a not even on your best day look.
I close my eyes and wait for the cage to stop.
The sound of shaking above you, of metal clashing against metal, is heard. And from above descends one of those humanoids. This one, the abdomen completely open, exposing the entrails, hanging, looking similar to snakes as they move on their own. The creature lands on top of the cage and begins to sniff at you. The eyes of the creature have been completely removed, showing only two black holes.
Get lost or get dead, I say, and point my gun at it.
I snarl at the creature.
The creature reacts by growling and shaking, and using the side of the cage as leverage, begins to rip away the ceiling, the metal ceiling of the cage.
I put 2 bullets in its head.
Roll the relevant attribute.
15.
The bullets connect, and the creature, although able to rip away the ceiling, falls backwards and disappears into the darkness surrounding you.
What's happening, guys? I'm not going to open my eyes until we are fully stopped.
They're trying to damage the elevator. If we let them do that, who knows what happens to us.
The elevator
I shouldn't have snarled
continues.
at him, but
Well, if another one comes, let me know.
Will do.
The elevator continues its descent, and even more hellish vistas are seen. Some of the creatures flying with wings made out of flesh and bone, resembling a mockery of beautiful cherubim and other angelic figures. Everyone except Pierre must roll willpower 16 or more, or a point of stability is lost.
19.
Okay, I lost another one.
18 for me.
The cage shakes around for an instant and begins to descend at an increasingly rapid pace.
Are you there yet, guys?
Almost.
Let me know if another one of those creatures come and try to, well, hurt us.
I will, but you'll feel it too. They'll have to jump onto the cage.
The descent becomes so fast to the point that you all now find yourselves floating upwards as the cage descends quicker than you. You're about to leave the elevator.
I grab one, with my hand, with still eyes closed. I grab one of the sides of the cage.
I grab a rung and try to pull as many folks around me down as possible so that we're closest to the floor.
Both Pierre and Peter must roll either reflexes or coolness.
9,
18.
12.
Due to Peter's quick action, he is able to secure both Klaus and Marlene while keeping himself safe. But Pierre is now about to exit the cage due to the speed.
Hang on for dear life, Pierre.
With my hand that still is on the cage, I try to force myself down.
Roll fortitude or willpower.
One of you grab his legs.
I grab his legs and say, Pierre, open your eyes.
With
7.
a +2 bonus due to Marlene.
19 in that case.
Pierre is able to remain safely inside of the cage. And the cage begins once more to decelerate. It lowers its speed as it continues going down. And finally, it descends completely, landing on a concrete-looking platform connecting to many staircases, hallways, other platforms. But unlike the normal world, these structures have been twisted as if made out of putty or gum. Some of them with staircases upside down. Some others straight with a geometrical logic to them. And the ceiling above you, there is no ceiling, only a stormy sky. You recognize this area as the first area that you were transported into after meeting up with Marlene many days back.
Oh, so it's here that we met the angel, right?
I look to see if the battle is still going on in the sky.
The vistas, the images seen above, are no longer to be seen.
It's at least in relative peace, but this is a place of corruption, so
Well,
guard yourselves.
I mean, this is a proof as if we don't really need that the angel is not an angel.
I look around, try to see if there is an obvious route for us to go.
Pierre must roll either soul or perception.
So,
And remember your militant, Marlene. Even demons are angels.
dirty 20.
Pierre can see that the entire place follows no logic, but as he looks around and finds various corridors and staircases almost connecting with each other in a contradictory way, he does spot that sometimes the corners work as optical illusions, and where a corner should be, there is actually a passage. It is easy enough for Pierre to find his way through the maze, but he also hears three distinctive sounds. The sound of gurgling coming from his left. Just in front of him, he can hear the cry of many children, and this cry escalates to the point that it floods the entire area with a cacophony that prohibits any other sound to be heard, and then it dies down. It dies down, and the sound is no more. And to his right, Pierre can hear the sound of growling and howling of dogs coming from his right.
So, guys, I think we should go in front because I heard children crying to the left and right. It's a gurgling to the left and the right. It's a howling. I think
Yes,
our
I-
objective is the crying children.
I
It
agree.
stopped, but
Yep.
I think it's that way.
We were told his victims were children.
Yeah,
So
children. So yeah,
Sounds
I
like
move
the best.
forward.
As you continue, you are all surprised that with each step that you take, as the normal laws of physics should make it so, you do not fall. You are now walking sideways, as if the ground was on the wall, and you are perfectly walking on the walls.
Whoa.
I try to hold a. I think I'm going to vomit, but I'll try to hold it.
This is almost as if we were on the moon.
This is so bad. Well, let's keep going.
Further ahead, you now see a metal door stained with blood, and there are small pieces of bones just at the base of the door. It is completely closed.
I approach the door and listen at it.
Peter is absolutely certain that there is not a single sound coming from behind the door.
I look back at the others and make a hand symbol of like point at my ear and then shake my head.
I examine the bones to see if they are bones of adults or children. Or human, at least.
The bones are quite clearly bones of children. Small hands specifically.
Well, I think this is the place. I don't know if the door is locked or not.
I
At
try
least-
the knob.
The knob spins easily, and the door swings inward, almost by itself, as if assisting the opening of it. And on the other side of the door, a single hallway, completely dark. The supernatural vision that you have been using to perceive the environment so far is no longer working within that hallway. It is a supernatural darkness, looking almost like a black, completely black smoke or fog.
With my right hand, I keep my sword up, but with my left hand, I'll try to tap to see if I can feel any kind of wall or doors.
As Pierre reaches out, he is distracted momentarily by thinking in the future in what he will be doing. He would have otherwise been able to remove his hand due to the miasma, but he was not quick enough, and the darkness burns his hand. Pierre suffers a serious wound, as he almost feels as if his hand is about to be consumed by acid. But the darkness dissipates, and the hallway in front of you is a somewhat narrow hallway, only allowing two people to move at the same time through it, but flanking that entire hallway, there are apparent statues, except that they are skeletons housing skin and organs within them. Instead of the skeleton being inside, it is effectively an exoskeleton. Many statues, at the very least 12.
Oh God! It seems that the skeletons are the cage for something.
Yes, I
Don't
don't
touch
like
the
these
statues.
things.
Yeah, try
Let's
not
not
to.
touch them.
Yeah, let's not.
Oh,
Well,
I think we should probably destroy them as we go.
well, if they are
But there's
12,
a lot of them here.
yeah, if we destroy one, there's no there's no way for us to know if the other ones come to life and attack us.
Okay. Pierre, are you good to stay on the front?
Okay, I close my eyes, and well, Dark Passenger, this is a good time for you to help me or guide me in this quest.
I don't think he's going to appear here.
Pierre
Well,
must roll Soul.
so 12, 15 minus 1, 14.
There is no response, no reaction.
I continue very slowly walking the corridor, taking notice each time I pass a statue to see if there is any kind of movement.
As Pierre moves between the first two statues that are flanking the hallway, there is no activity.
Well, guys, let's walk very slow and keep an eye out.
Klaus, if you'll stay with Pierre and Marlene and I will take up the rear. I want to
Okay.
guard our backs against these things as we pass them.
Let's do it.
As you continue your way, due to the precautions taken, you easily notice, as you are at the height of the third pair of statues, that with great silence, almost as if in a dream or a nightmare, the rib cages of the skeletons reach out as claws and try to pull each of you inside of the rib cage.
Careful, guys.
I
I-
grab Marlene and pull her to me and pull the shield up to shield us.
Peter must roll either reflexes or coolness.
$17.
Pulling her just in time, the shield blocking several of the ribs. Pierre and Klaus can now take action to avoid the bony embrace.
So I turn sideways so that I'm facing the statue, not giving much of my flank. So try to avoid more easily the grabbing.
Pierre must roll either reflexes or perception.
Perception. It's the same. 19.
Pierre manages to move just in between, in the middle of two sets of bones, reaching for him, and he's safe. Klaus can now take action.
I'll try to use the spear. I try to use the spear as a defensive against the.
Klaus must roll either violence or reflexes.
Okay, I roll a 3.
Klaus is pulled in by a set of the ribs. He is now inside of the ribcage with the skin and the organs of something else. And he feels the bones beginning to crush him.
With my sword, I try to break some of the rib cages enough for Klaus to get out of there.
Pierre must roll violence.
Of course, violence. Not too bad. So 16. Okay, 16 minus 2, it's 14.
Pierre is able to break apart some of the ribs, but the damage was still felt by Klaus as he was almost crushed. Klaus suffers one serious wound, but now he is able to make his way out of the cage, of the rib cage.
Well, guys, I think we must proceed back to back instead of going, normal in front, because that way they have less, opportunity to grab us.
Very well.
As you continue to make your progress with the new formation, everybody must roll either reflexes or perception.
Ooh,
16 or more. If not, a serious wound is suffered.
16 for me.
With the penalty, 16 for me also.
I take a serious wound. I do not look so hot.
No, me neither, man. Me neither.
Despite the wounds, you are able to make it across, and you are now safely away from the statues. And you can see that at the end of the corridor, there is not a door, but a tarp or sheet or blanket of sorts made out of human skin, obviously, and it is bleeding from several cuts.
I touch it with my axe and push it slowly.
Marlene is easily able to move away the human screen but the moment she does it, the yelling of thousands, perhaps children, is heard. Everybody must roll willpower 15 or more, otherwise a point of stability is suffered.
11.
Right on 15. Good grief.
Okay, roll 7.
15 also.
The cacophony stops, and it is now revealed a white floor proceeding from that screen, a white platform floating in darkness. The tiles shaped in many strange geometrical figures and shapes, half circles, triangles distorted, some of them broken with impossible angles.
It's best not to focus on the floor.
Yeah.
I think Euclid has left this place.
Yeah, I almost feel a sense of vertigo here. Yeah, let's focus straight ahead. Let's not face the floor. At least I don't face the floor. I don't look at the floor.
Making your way across the white ground, you notice that there are no walls and a single reddish light coming from further ahead. The light is enough to provide visibility through what is obviously the miasma from before, but this time the miasma is not injuring anyone, unlike when Pierre touched it. And from your right, from your left, and just in front within the darkness, you can hear footsteps of, at the very least, 3 individuals approaching, each one from the right, from the left, and from the front.
We keep encountering that number.
Yeah, 3. Perhaps they are the 3 hags.
I
The
fear.
wife and the children
I fear something worse.
of Kalenko. I keep my eyes wide open, try to see if I can notice any kind of movement in front of us.
Now the presences make themselves known. The 3 humanoid figures are the same creatures, the same monstrous hags that you have encountered each and every single time. They are walking at a slow pace, being at the very least 20 feet away from all of you. The creature, also known as Aliona, with the missing jaw, speaks in a gurgling voice. It is so good that you have made it so far.
Aliana, you look as good as ever.
First, I want you to understand something. Right now, we are free from the power of Chagithiel. We did not wish to kill you. We were once human as you.
Yes, we know. You were the daughters and wife of Kalenko.
Aliona continues. Indeed. So have you perhaps met dear father?
We have.
Yes. And I have to say, if I were you, I'll be very upset with him.
We will never forgive him for what he did. The hag known as Katia, the one that lacks an abdomen and is held only by a single bloody spinal cord, speaks. I can still remember how our father gave us as a sacrifice. We were torn to pieces by many creatures from Inferno. And the other hag known as Jelena, the oldest looking one and the most rotten looking one, also speaks. I always had the worst taste in men.
While you can speak, tell me, did you bear him a son he doesn't know?
The 3 hags look at each other. And Yelena, the mother, speaks. We did have one, but he was aware of it. It was a stillborn.
Was his name Pietor?
No, but we did wish to call our child like that.
I grieve for your loss.
Thank you. And let it be known that if we try to kill you again, it is not because of our will. We are trying our best to restrain ourselves even at this very moment.
Is there anything that we could do to help your situation?
Aliona interrupts her mother. You have been doing very well now, but in order for you to help us and yourselves, perhaps continue your quest for the Black Madonna. Shagithiel fears the Black Madonna with all of his dark heart.
Is there a way in this strange world to heal oneself?
Aliona speaks. It's very good that you bring that point to the front. We have been watching you, and it is obvious that you are able to wield what they call the art of dreaming. There have been some people throughout the years that have been able to wield their dreams against Inferno and even Heaven. But they are already dead. However, I did see them mending their bodies. I am sure you are able to heal your bodies through the power of the art of dreaming. But if you refer to the curse that Shaggydiel has placed upon you, that is only accomplished by summoning the Black Madonna and confronting it against Shaggydiel.
We
Your
understand.
your father told us if we helped him in this situation with the businessman that we are trying to kill, that he would at least try to give us some information about how to repair our condition.
The hag known as Katia, the one without the abdomen, speaks. Be careful because father was always a liar. He is surely trying to manipulate you to get into Chagridiel's favor. Beyond the light that you see in front of you lies one of the three incarnates of Chagridiel, one of the three that you summoned back unwittingly, one of the three Russians.
Well, yes, we thought that he was lying, but if we killed that reincarnation, perhaps we could make it a little easier for us to continue in our quest.
Aliona speaks. That is most likely so. If you manage to eliminate that incarnate, you will slow down the progress of your disease. However, I am losing myself. Remember that you can heal yourself, but perhaps at the cost of your sanity, your wounds, you could... It is time for you to die. The creature throws its wire hair at Pierre, while the other two hags rush at Klaus, Marlene, and Peter, both of their eyes wide open, and blood begins pouring out of them, as if spraying blood to the sides of their faces.
I crouch behind my shield and fire at the one that approaches.
I dodge to the side, try to avoid the hair.
Peter
I
must
attack
roll.
with my axe. So
Can I prepare the spear to attack someone who's coming?
Peter must roll the relevant attributes.
$18.
The bullets connect. The hag begins to bleed black blood, dark red, but the gaze of the hag, almost as if a hook has been inserted into Peter's eyes, is felt, and Peter must roll willpower.
Oh. 12.
A point of stability is lost as Peter feels as if his mind is being wrenched out of his skull. Pierre...
I will pull my eyes away from her with as much effort as possible.
The effort is pointless as Peter finds himself thinking about the future. Now Pierre must roll either reflexes or coolness.
14.
The wires wrap around Pierre as snakes, and he can feel cuts from the sharp and pointy edges. Pierre must roll fortitude.
Minus 17.
But his maneuver is enough to lessen the damage, and only superficial cuts were suffered. Marlene must roll either coolness or violence.
Uh, 13.
She is unable to react in time, and she also feels as if 2 pairs of hooks have been inserted into her eyes. Marlene must roll willpower.
12.
Losing a point of stability as she experiences that horrifying wrenching of her mind. Klaus must roll either violence or reflexes.
I rolled a 6.
Missing completely as the oldest looking hag quickly sidesteps and lunges at Klaus, biting at his shoulder. Klaus suffers a serious wound. Now Pierre can take action.
I shout at them. Use your rage to fight the influence. Fight the influence.
Pierre must roll either charisma or soul.
Natural 20.
All of the hags paralyzed for a moment, for an instant, as almost like statues in place.
Well, guys, run.
Yeah, run.
Run away, run away.
Peter and Marlene must roll willpower in order to wrench their eyes away from the effect.
Oh, natural 20.
Marlene is completely free.
14.
Peter manages to free himself, but another point of stability is suffered as he wrenches his mind from the hooks, from the invisible hooks. Pierre must roll fortitude in order to liberate himself from the wires.
8, 13, fortitude?
Fortitude.
Okay, 14 total.
Able to free himself quickly, but suffering another serious wound in the process. As you continue running away, you see that the reddish light from in the distance is growing brighter, but you can hear the hags now running after you.
At this time, I'm not running, I'm just moving as fast as I can, but I'm bleeding profusely.
I grab Pierre and drag him along if necessary.
Keep running, keep running.
You keep running. We don't lose anybody here.
As you continue running, everything disappears around you, and you all find yourselves in the middle of what appears to be a typical kitchen in Russia, from what you have seen, or where, if you have been there as well, you are able to tell that it is a typical kitchen, but many of the plates, the utensils, are broken or scattered around. The walls are stained with grime. There are various shelves and cabinets that are open, some of the doors cracked, and there are 2 wooden doors closed on either side of your location. The kitchen is of medium size. At the very least, about 6 or 7 people could fit in the kitchen.
Quick, secure the doors. It's
I
symbolic. It's symbolic. If we secure the doors, hopefully it'll make it harder to come here.
Let me try if I can heal myself, as the hag said. I close my eyes and try to funnel all my energy from the dream place, try to heal some of my wounds.
Pierre must roll soul.
As he does that, I will begin closing doors.
I help Peter.
14 total.
A single wound is healed.
Not bad.
Marlene is able to assist Peter, especially because Peter was hesitating, thinking in the future. But the entire place is secured with the furniture and the objects that can be used to accomplish that.
Well, guys, it seems it worked not fully, but I'm not bleeding as much.
What did you concentrate on? I need to do this as well.
I just imagine my wounds closing. Try to do that.
I close my eyes and imagine basically just myself, being smoothed back into my former self.
Peter must roll soul.
Ooh. Four.
A point of stability is suffered as his mind almost breaks apart from the effort, and no wound is able to be healed. Peter knows that until he rests in a safe area, he won't be able to attempt this again.
I look very shakily at you after opening my eyes. I can't try that again.
Okay, at least let me try to help you. I rip off one of my sleeves and try to make a bandage.
Pierre must roll either reason or intuition.
Reason or it's the same. It's with the minus 17.
Easily accomplishing that, and thanks to Pierre's efforts, Peter is healed from one serious wound.
Thank you so much.
Well, if one thing doesn't work, we must try the mundane ways.
Yes, yeah. But so much of what's gone on lately has made me forget the mundane ways.
Now we have two options, right? Right and left.
As Pierre speaks from the door to his right, he can hear the sound of a child yelling in pain, crying, and the shout of an angry man. He recognizes the voice as the voice of one of the three Russians, specifically Alexander Pogodin. And then there is silence.
Oh, the merchant. Yes, the merchant. Yes. Did you hear the merchant, Alexander? From the right?
I did.
Well, it's the right. It
I-
must be the right way.
I think about people like him that I've known and throw caution to the wind, opening the door and rush in with my pistol and shield ready.
As Peter does that, he can see a man that is almost completely bald. It is a caricature, a mockery of the Russian when he was alive or in a human shape. The man is disheveled, dressed in an elegant business suit, but wrinkled and stained with blood. On the ground, there are, at the very least, a dozen bodies of small children, completely beaten to a pulp. The man is holding a belt, and the belt buckle looks abnormally large and sharp, and hisses or steams as if it is burning. And the man speaks. So we meet again.
Unfortunately. Let's see how your tricks play with an adult. And I rush at him.
I follow Peter immediately with sword on hand.
Peter and Pierre must roll violence.
Okay, so 10 for me.
16 for me.
Peter is now in full body contact with the incarnate. But before that, the incarnate was able to swing his belt, and the buckle hit Pierre on the head, inflicting a serious wound.
Jesus.
Peter can still take action.
I put my pistol around my shield and shoot him twice.
At that distance, and due to the surprise enacted upon the incarnate, it is an automatic success. And the bullets go in. The incarnate yells and begins to bleed normal blood. But Peter also notices that the bullets almost bounced off. Just one of them, half hanging from his skull, abnormally thick and resistant. Now Klaus and Marlene can take action.
I prepare the spear and shove it to a thwart.
And I get close to hit him with my axe.
Klaus must roll either perception or violence.
I rolled an 11.
Perception or violence?
11. You didn't listen. Okay.
The spear is unable to penetrate the body of the incarnate, and he takes hold of the spear and swings it as a bat, as a broom, with claws still attached to it, and slams him against the wall, inflicting a serious wound. Marlene must roll violence.
15.
The axe sinks deep, but Marlene must now roll willpower.
Not good. 8.
Suffering a point of stability, as through the axe, the incarnate sends waves of pain and despair. Marlene almost feels sick to her stomach and needs to back away reflexively. The incarnate lets go of his belt and reaches towards Peter's throat.
I
Nice.
duck and grab for the belt to avoid him and grab the belt.
Peter must roll reflexes or violence.
15.
Accomplishing just that, and due to Peter's action, the incarnate leaves himself completely exposed to the others.
Okay, I'm very, very, very bad at the moment, but seeing this, I thrust my sword through the rib cage from the side, try to penetrate as deep as I can in the man's body.
Pierre must roll violence with a +2 bonus.
So it's 0 now for me. 17.
The sword bites deep, but Pierre can feel as if the core of the incarnate is solid metal. It is too hard, but the blood continues to pour, and it is obvious that the incarnate is suffering damage, yelling in pain. Klaus and Marlene can now take action.
I'll hit him again.
Marlene misses her chance, hesitating, thinking in the future. And now Klaus can take action.
I shoot him with a pistol.
Klaus must roll reflexes in order to pull the pistol.
I roll a 13.
The pistol comes out quickly, and now Klaus must roll either perception or coolness.
I rolled a 14.
The bullets connect, but this time they do not even go in, as the skin of the incarnate becomes abnormally tough. The incarnate backs away and yells at the top of his lungs. A deafening roar that is heard by everyone. Everybody must roll fortitude. 15 or above to be successful, otherwise a serious wound is suffered.
16.
Okay, I'll roll a 17 this time.
17.
With the minus 16.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 16.
And you are all able to resist the effect. And the belt, like a snake, begins to attempt to coil around Peter.
I grab the belt, shaking it to kind of take control of it and channel a Stasi trainer and start yelling at him. You are pulling down the unit as I start swiping at the guy, forgetting where I am, just, reliving that moment.
Peter must roll willpower first.
12.
A point of stability is suffered. Now Peter must roll violence.
$19.
In his rage, Peter manages to strike the incarnate with the same belt buckle as he struggles, and the belt buckle cracks a piece of the incarnate away, hitting him in the head. Part of the skull falls away. And now Pierre, Klaus, and Marlene can take action.
I'm not going doing that. Okay.
As they delay,
You again.
Klaus takes action before everyone else. Roll reflexes or violence.
I roll a 15.
The spear goes deep, and the piece of the tongue begins to squirm and begins to leave a black circle in the part where the spear went in.
Ooh.
And Klaus feels a strange pleasure coming from the tongue, as if he was licking the incarnate himself. Klaus must roll willpower.
Ugh.
Okay, I roll a 10.
Klaus begins to develop a taste for the human flesh, taking a point of stability in the process. Marlene can now take action as well as Pierre.
I'm going to hit him with. I'm hitting him with the axe try to hit the same place that Peter hit it when his skull is already opened.
Marlene must roll violence or reflexes.
15.
The axe goes in, and the incarnate begins to squirm and wiggle, yelling, but at the same time his yell like a combination of an adult's and a child's yelling. Pierre can take action.
At this moment, I'm seeing everything red. I'm bloodied. I'm not thinking straight.
Pierre loses a point of stability thinking about what he is feeling and thinking.
Okay. So,
Now Peter can take action. Peter can take action.
Okay.
I continue wailing on him with the belt.
Roll violence.
15.
The relentless assault from Peter continues, and pieces of the incarnate begin to fall apart. And the incarnate falls down completely. Even his limbs almost explode out of his body, staining everyone with his corrupt blood.
Yeah, as I'm doing this, I'm also just saying incomprehensible stuff about like, oh, I didn't pull the unit down. I outlived you all.
Due to the blood falling on top of everyone, everybody must roll fortitude. 15 or more, otherwise a serious wound is suffered.
15 with the
succeed.
minus, yes.
Okay.
I rolled good.
16 for me with a minus, yes.
I failed.
A serious wound is suffered. The incarnate stops moving, and a single voice is heard. It is the voice of the same Russian, the incarnate that you have defeated. It is heard coming from nowhere in particular. Well, at last I am free now.
With my sword, I cut his head off.
And it is cut. And nothing else is heard. And you all feel as if you're being pulled from your very skin, as if clamps were attached to your skin, and you are pulled into darkness as the walls, the ground, and the ceiling disappears, and you appear exactly inside of a wooden room, not even a rug, a single room with the ceiling, the walls, the floor, made entirely out of wood panels. But painted on the floor, there is a single circle, painted in red, with many characters that both Peter and Pierre recognize from various ritualistic religious ceremonies. A single wooden door is in the farthest wall. There are a few ritual implements on the ground, such as a couple of brass bowls and a single wooden stick that is wrapped with an intestine.
Peter,
Did someone call us here?
yeah, I don't know, but I think I recognize those symbols.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I've seen them too.
I don't think I can remember what we are supposed to do with that. I don't know if that's an incantation or.
Pierre suddenly remembers, as well as Peter, that the symbols are usually employed for demonic evocations in order to manifest entities to make pacts with them.
I think someone called us here. Someone
I
called
touched-
us.
I touched the Black Madonna to see how the statue reacts, because when we were in hell, it was unresponsive. So try to figure out if we are still in hell.
As Marlene touches the statuette and comments on the Black Madonna's effect, she can now feel the all too familiar warmth and slight vibration of the statuette.
I grip Pierre's lapels and go, "Are we the demons now? Did someone summon us?"
Well, at least I think I look like one at this moment.
Yeah, I guess. You look like one and I feel like one. And I collapse to my knees.
Due to the exchange, everybody recovers a point of stability as humor lightens up the atmosphere.
We're back somewhere where it works. So we're out of
Hell.
hell.
Yeah, but I think we are still in the dream space. I don't know, but are we going to try to invoke some demon and try to make a pact with them, or?
A voice
No.
is produced out of Pierre's throat,
Oh,
and the entity speaks. Hey Pierre, it looks like you made it back to Elysium.
Okay, so we are back.
Yes, but it's strange. You know, it feels as if you are in Germany.
What the? Did someone invoke us?
I am not
Oh.
sure, but this is definitely not Russia. Somehow you made the jump over here.
I point to the circle and go, it's a weak point. People have used it. It became a weak point.
Is there a door in this room? I look for a door.
Marlene sees a wooden door in the farthest end of the room.
I'm going to open the door and see what's on the other side. I move to the door, and I'll just guys. I'm going to just to see what's out in the other side of the door. Maybe it's the street. Maybe it's someone.
Well, be careful,
Please,
Marlene.
please be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, we could be very well in the, Slavic Association invocation room or whatever.
Yeah, but we need to know. So I'll see what's outside.
As Marlene easily opens the door, she reveals a living room of sorts, but there are many posters on the walls, and the material of this room is different. It is not wooden. It is apparently concrete. It gives the appearance of a bunker. There are even cracks and bullet holes on the walls. But also on the walls, there are posters of Nazi propaganda, and there are chairs and couches, and on the side, in various boxes, magazines with more propaganda.
Guys,
good.
come see this.
As Marlene speaks, she can also she can hear several voices throughout whatever this building is. There are many voices speaking in German. It is difficult to tell what they are talking about, but it sounds like a multitude of people are in the building.
I drag myself to the next room.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Also, walk very slowly.
I look at one of the posters. Oh, good. Anyone that would keep these around has to be friendly.
Well, at least we are back in Germany. I don't know if that's better or not, but at least we are not in Russia anymore. Shall we try to get out? Try to see if...
I checked to make sure our dream equipment.
All of the dream tools and weapons, they are gone completely.
Ah,
The living room now reveals, now that everyone is inside, reveals two hallways. One going to what appears to be the east, as from one of the windows in the northeast part of this living room, it is clear that the position due to the sun is to the east. The east is to your right. And there is another hallway going to the west, to your left.
look at the windows to see if there's a way to go out of them.
It is clear for Peter that the windows are easily opened. They look like normal windows, and outside he can see a garden and many trees surrounding the area. It appears to be a house outside of a city in near the closer to the wilderness.
I and motion at the window, opening it up.
Okay, let's go out the window. Let's go to the garden.
As you are open the window, just from behind you, from the right side towards the east, you can hear the voice of someone muffled.
I look at the others. Hostage?
Do you want to risk and try to see if there's someone in trouble?
Okay, why not? I walk to that side.
Oh, guys, come on.
As Klaus moves, he identifies the sound coming from a wooden door to the south. The door is closed.
I try to open the door.
As Klaus opens the door, more muffled sounds are heard, and he finds three men tied up in chairs. Two of them are dressed in normal civilian clothes, but the third man is bloodied with a white shirt almost torn open completely, and he's covered in bruises and cuts, and they are all trying to speak through the clothes that cover their mouths.
I approach the wounded man and I take the muffler off.
As the muffle is removed from him, the black-haired man with green eyes speaks. I am from the police. You need to help me escape. I was investigating the Slavic Association. Surely you are here knowing who they are, correct?
Yeah, I've heard about them. Guys, come inside.
Okay.
You need help? Let's go.
I think they need help.
I also
give them
recommend
oh, go ahead.
I also recommend that you help me bring the other two men with me. They could be important witnesses.
Okay.
I'll help one of them.
I helped the other one.
Yeah. Remove
And
the
I-
gag.
As Peter and Pierre share with the others what they are doing. And they are released.
Who are you?
The policeman continues. I am an officer. I was captured here trying to investigate. You can call me Hauser. I was investigating the Slavic Association because we have found ties with the Germanisch Gemeinschaft. They are doing some very vile things between Russia and Germany. But I was captured and I was tortured in order to reveal who I was. These two men that you see before you, they are not exactly friendly, but they are not your enemies. One of them is Neufelder, and the other one is Seidelberg. They are, well, Seidelberg defected from the Slavic Association, while Neufeld, he is a neo-Nazi, but he's not in league with this particular group.
And
He's a good neo-Nazi.
these installations belong to the Slavic Association?
Yes, I'm actually very worried. They could be back any minute. They have
Well, guys,
done.
we can go out to the
Let's-
window.
Yeah,
That way.
let's go.
Peter, before we go, should we burn the invocation room since it's wood?
Yes, we should.
Yeah. I go back and start burning the wooden room.
As Pierre and Peter carry out that action, it is obvious that the effect of the displacement of appearing in Elysium caused some sort of distortion of reality. As only now they are able to realize that they are in the second floor of the building. But there are enough handholds due to the tiles and the balcony to perhaps make a safe descent.
Okay. Let's go and try to not break our legs in the way out. Very
You can all
gentle.
hear footsteps coming of several men, at the very least 6. They are speaking in German and commenting on why the operation didn't succeed, as they are about to approach your area.
Let's go, 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 go.
The 3 men follow after you as you begin your descent. Everybody must roll either reflexes or perception, 14 or more, or a serious wound is suffered in the descent.
Okay, 15 for me.
19.
With the minus, yeah, 15, yes.
13. What was the target?
14.
Oh, I'm one short.
Peter fell from
Yeah,
a certain
so-
height, suffering a
I'm
serious
almost
wound.
I'm almost dead, I think. Yeah.
You are all now, including the 3 men, safely on the ground outside.
We need to get somewhere. We're in need of medical aid, so are you. Let's get to a good citizen and call an ambulance.
Hauser, where are you? Where are we? What city is this?
Why? We're in Berlin.
Of course.
Okay,
Told you
Berlin.
that. I told you that, Pierre. You silly Frenchman.
Yeah, sorry, it's the... Okay, let's go to an hospital, the nearest one.
The policeman speaks. If I may suggest something, I just need to get to a payphone, and I will call my contacts, and they will help us.
Yes, let's
Okay,
do that.
please do that. Yes.
After running a long distance, you are able to find a payphone, and the other two men speak how they wanted nothing to do with the Slavic Association and their operations, their rituals. They were taken prisoners as soon as they expressed their distaste. And the payphone is spotted. The policeman goes inside, makes a few calls, goes out, and speaks. Yes, luckily they didn't remove some of my phone numbers for this situation. I think they were about to kill me. Otherwise, they would have taken my wallet. But now they are on the way to help us. I wish to speak with all of you. I am very curious as to how you were in that building, how you infiltrated it.
I mean, how much do you know about these people?
What they do?
There seems to be some sort of cult, some sort of religion.
We were also taken captive. We paid a visit to their headquarters. I think maybe I give him the date, and we've been through a lot of things that maybe were hallucinations, but we arrived there. Perhaps they brought us there. It's hard to know. We're still clearing our heads.
The policeman narrows his eyes and then relaxes his gaze. It makes sense. You look in a terrible state, just like me. They probably interrogated you pretty bad.
It's very possible.
Yes, I don't remember most of the situation, but yes, I'm quite hurting, and
I think they drugged us.
yes, I believe that.
Feels like we've been to hell and back.
Haha, quite true. It literally does. It does feel like that. As you're speaking, the two police cars arrive, and immediately the officer speaks to them. They begin to make calls through their cars, and the policeman addresses you once more. We are going to be taken to the station, but right now we are conducting an immediate raid. We don't want to have you there, as we don't know if you could be vital witnesses. We don't want to risk you. So please, come with me to the station. There is much to discuss.
Officers, those of you that are going in, don't take your eyes off of each other. These are dangerous people. No quarter given, none received.
Yeah, don't take any risks.
They nod, and you are all invited into two different police cars.
As soon I enter the car, and I just slouch myself in the back seat, and I close my eyes and fall to sleep. I black out completely.
He's had such a long day, I tell Marlene.
As you continue on your way, the officers remain quiet, almost too quiet, and they are constantly looking outside.
Nervous gentlemen?
One of them speaks. Well, I don't mean to be a superstitious person, but they say that this association, they throw curses and hexes.
That is a safe assumption to make.
As the journey continues, you arrive at the station. Outside of the police cars, Hauser motions for you to follow him as he speaks. We usually don't invite strangers so easily into our headquarters, but like I said, these are desperate times, and you could hold some vital pieces to the puzzle.
We'd like to do what we can. We, as I say, have no love lost for that organization. And we'd like to know more about the other, the Brotherhood that you mentioned.
Yes, yes, of course. And you walk inside. You march alongside the other two men. And you are taken to a large office. The man known as Hauser locks the door and speaks. We need to be completely honest with each other. This could have international repercussions. We have encountered operations of human trafficking, drug dealing between Russia and Germany. And we must act quickly as this organization, the Slavic Association, and what is obviously its sister organization, the group in Germany, Germanisch Gemeinschaft. They are notorious for banishing when it is convenient for them.
Yes, and unfortunately, it also involves children.
I know. I have a son and a daughter. I am personally involved with this.
We'll be upfront with you. We are investigating the disappearance of a child. Our client passed away, but we've continued the investigation because she was a friend of ours, and it's all tied up in this organization and some organization possibly in Russia. There was a orphanage there that was part of whatever their pipeline is for moving people. We've just recently gotten back from Russia and found the location that we met you in.
It's good that you are fellow investigators. This is going to be much easier. Because as I was kept trapped in there, I managed to overhear that they were about to conduct some drug dealings in the Toxic Cafe here in Berlin.
Is that a normal venue for this kind of dealings?
We actually had no suspicions about them. It seemed to be your regular cafe, with a quirky name, of course, but they were speaking about certain substances made out of the marrow of humans, human marrow.
Dear goodness.
Yeah.
Is that a thing that you've seen before? Is that a common?
Not at all. It was only when I was captured there and I overheard their conversations. Like I said, they were surely going to kill me. Otherwise, they wouldn't have talked about such things. But I was just planning. Despite my demise approaching, I was thinking, if only we could get some people to do a bit of undercover work in that cafe, things would be a lot easier.
Aha! And I look at the others like we were the answer to a request.
Yes, but one thing: if we are going to join forces, perhaps first, as you can see, me and my
we are in
me and my
very
friends are in a very poor situation. If we could get some kind of attention just to recover some of our wounds, we are not in a finer place.
Yeah, patch us up and put us on the wall.
I already made the call, don't worry, because I myself have a few broken bones.
Oh, well.
Well, broken bones are easy to fix. Well, the mine is another subject.
It's not a competition, but you win.
Yeah.
It is very interesting that you say that. Now, when I was captured, I saw some very strange things. Would you think bad or ill of me to say that now I actually think that the Slavic Association is able to do some sort of paranormal phenomena?
I would not think badly of you at all.
No.
Go ahead, please. Say whatever you want.
Some of them, they are not. And he looks at the other two men that were sitting next to you. And you know you were part of that group. Well, at the very least you. But you. You know it as well, the things that have happened in Russia. Some of them are not humans. They may look humans, but they have other shapes. They have other minds.
I'm so glad you said that, because if we said that, we were afraid you would think we were crazy.
I
said
haven't told
I said
anyone.
that we thought we hallucinated, but I don't think that we hallucinated. We saw some very disturbing things.
Do you have any kind of connection in Russia that could also be conducting our investigation, or at least try to solve some problems?
I used to have several detectives. All of them are dead.
Yeah. Also, the Germans are not seen quite fondly back in Russia.
So
That's another problem.
So, to understand each other, you won't pay back for your people. We won't pay back for our people. I think it's best that we regard each other as friends and not ask too many questions of each other. Does that sound about like the state of play?
Peter is interrupted by one of the two men that were sitting down. I don't want to have anything with this. I am not involved. I am not part of the organization. I just want to get out of here. I don't want to take a part in any of this supernatural madness. The Hauser responds, well, you're sure after we carry out the due processes, you are free to go as well. But of course, we will have to keep an eye on you. I don't want you to perhaps turn traitor. After what you have seen, I doubt it, but you never know, right? And the man harumphs and sits down again, crossing his arms.
I'll look at that guy and say, were you from the east or the west when the wall came down?
I was from the east. Why?
Then you know that you need to sit on your hands for at least 2 weeks. If we let you go, you could talk to anybody, and we can't afford that. So with this newfound freedom we're giving you, we're going to take about 2 weeks of it away from you. I hope you understand.
I understand, all right. When the Führer was in charge, this would have never happened.
Of course not.
Yeah, it would have happened out front and for everyone to see.
Yeah.
No one's buying what you're selling anymore, buddy.
The man fumes and rubs his knuckles. A knock on the door is heard, and an officer steps in, speaking to Hauser. And Hauser replies, all right, we are about to be taken to the hospital. He looks at the other two men. Not you, you are perfectly fine. You are going to be kept here for a while, gentlemen. You know, typical standard procedure. But as to you, by the way, what are your names? He looks at you, all of you.
Ladies
Well,
first.
I'm Pierre Paquet.
I see.
Marlene Mueller.
It is a pleasure to meet you all. I wish we had met on different circumstances. But you are now speaking to Officer Roger Hauser. And I will make sure. I will make sure that you are taken care of and that you are patched up as well as I am. He motions to you for you to follow him.
Thank you.
Those are good news.
Yes, try to get some rest, or at least.
As you all exit the room, each one of you, inside of your minds, can hear the most intrusive thought, delivering the following message. You killed one of my incarnates, and now you will belong to me. And this is the end of the session.
Of course it is. Oh. God.
Nice.
Come and get it.
Yeah,
We are not dead yet. That's good.
that's good. Yeah.
We survived. Yay.
I think it was a good idea that you ran away from the hags.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't stand a chance. Well, I have plans for the eggs.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
But don't you see they are innocent? Apparently, they're innocent. Apparently.
I'm glad that my supposition from last session seems to be on target.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it does beg the question: what in the hell is that kid? If he, either someone's lying to them about him being stillborn, or
Hmm.
he's like a ghost kid or something. So
Or probably
interesting.
somebody from the connected to the Black Madonna stole the kid from the Hags, knowing all the story with Kalenko, and I don't know. Well, but at least, well, I'm going to try to use all the bad stuff that Kalenko did to the wife and daughters against him.
Yeah, that's
Perhaps,
understandable.
perhaps we could use at least at certain point that relationship between them at our favor.
I also thought that there could have been a total party kill against the incarnates because he was very resistant.
Yeah.
Well, almost
It
died
was
there.
basically that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
barely dying.
Yeah,
so,
barely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at least 3 of us are in really bad shape.
Yeah,
Mhm.
me too.
And that was
Yeah.
quite alright when I started. So this was very, very dangerous.
Was anybody with 3 serious wounds?
Yeah,
I'm
I have
currently at
4.
two
Yeah.
serious.
Yep.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So not in a good shape.
Yeah, next one I get's critical. Yeah,
Yeah.
until we get patched up.
Critical.
I am one bout from dying.
You're going to start the next session with all of your wounds healed.
Yay!
And you can restore a point of stability as well. You can erase it.
That for me was the worst because I was getting really.
Really crazy.
Yeah, I didn't try to cure myself because I didn't want to risk lose any more stability.
Yeah, I went to irrational was my peak this session. So yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I was on issues actually because I was very lucky with the rolls. I rolled
to a
high,
certain
so I
point.
passed most of them.
I think the best role for me was when I stopped the hags.
Stop the hags.
Yeah, for me that was that was the best role for me. But one thing that I tried to do when I stopped and did nothing, but I was there was one part in our fighting with the incarnates that I was going to pick one of the bodies of the babies and try to club him to death.
Yeah, I think that check with the hacks was pretty miraculous because I had set the difficulty to 18. Like sometimes I don't tell you the difficulty, but it was 18 and he got 20. And well.
Okay, yeah, well, enough for me, I could have died, but that rule was critical for me.
All my rolls today were very bad. So
Very, very bad. Yeah. I thought you were going to die. You're rolling so bad.
I started quite alright, but then
With incarnates,
awful.
each swipe of the belt, it was quite brutal.
Yeah, well, violence is my thing, so.
No, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
Well, this was a great session as always. Thank you to everyone watching this session. Any further thoughts before we wrap things up?
No, it'd be interesting to see where it goes now.
Yeah, now that we have a new ally, perhaps it will go smoother. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I do have to say that this session this campaign has been very fun because it feels there is so much moving around that it feels like we're all going on a little journey, like a little train, like
Yeah, it's got a train element to it, but it's a roller coaster at least.
Yeah.
So.
Roller coaster. That's a better way to put it. Exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone for watching this part of the campaign, and thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. Like, subscribe, take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master, and remember, in tabletop role-playing games, it's not about what you want your characters to do. It's about what your characters are doing. And remember to check out the Red Room Publishing. All of the links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Once again, thank you, and I'm stopping the recording in 10 seconds.